Hello everyone. It is a great day that we gather as different stakeholders and actors to address the risks and formulate solutions relating to the risk reduction of prevalent hurricanes that impact the city of Cape Coral. Our community faces an annual catastrophic occasioned by violent hurricanes and storm surges during summer and spring. Our paramount responsibility is to identify the risk, impact, annual cost to the community, mitigation strategies, and the role and cost borne to each stakeholder during the risk reduction project. First, a community risk reduction is a proactively guided process that identifies and prioritizes neighborhood risks and subsequent integrations and resource investments to curb the occurrence and negative impacts. Although no specific blueprints are needed in developing a community risk reduction plan, fire and emergency departments develop steps and tips that lead to an effective community risk reduction process. Comprehensive risk reduction programs must engage the state and federal government partners. Second, the predominance of hurricanes and the resultant storm surges are significantly risks in the city of Cape Coral. The community risk identification resulted from data on severe weathers, natural catastrophes, and the city's preparedness for hurricanes. Also, data from the National Oceans and Atmospheric Administrations aided in identifying updates on hurricanes, storm surges, and threats fostered by natural disasters in Florida. Notably, Florida is at an annual risk of hurricanes as it is close to the Gulf of Mexico, a region that harbors hurricanes, tornadoes, and tropical storms. Florida data indicates that floods and hurricanes have hit all parts of the state since 1850, with at least one hurricane every year. Also, the coast of Florida and the city of Cape Coral contributes to most significant percentage of all hurricanes in the United States. Third, limited land barriers slow down violent hurricanes. Significant risks by increasing storm surges and affecting emergency response plans. Hurricane Elsa's storm surge caused damage to households, safe relocations, and emergency challenges, 13 lives, and property losses of over $1 billion. Storm surges stall social services and economic activities. Severe hurricanes have caused damages of $500 million in Cape Coral. The economic detriment of storm surges during hurricanes include higher insurance policies and insured deaths, loss of real estate sector, and loss of property and business. Also, post-hurricane impacts on humans and Social Security include the loss of housing, inadequate and ultimately untimely social amenities, unemployment, and health risks. The City of Cape Coral can collaborate with the state and federal governments and embrace a multi-sexual community risk reduction strategy. The primary stakeholders are the Federal Emergency Declaration Agency, FEMA, the Florida Division of Emergency Management, and the State Emergency Response Team, CERT. Other entities are the state departments on environmental protection, highway safety, transportation, health, insurance regulation, housing, law enforcement, and persons with disabilities. The team must respond promptly to hurricane information through emergency planning by the Florida Division of Emergency Management. Response mechanisms include evacuation, barrier construction, debris removal, enhancing the efficiencies of the emergency evacuation process, creating substantial barriers to the inflow of ocean waters, and creating post-hurricane programs to ensure reconstruction. Additionally, the implementation of community risk reduction strategies is costly. The federal government bears 75% cost through FEMA in disasters. The response and could amount to $5.6 million. The state of Florida bears the cost of constructing storm surge barriers, costing $4.6 billion, and preventing surges for 60 years. The cumulative cost of a community risk reduction amount to $4.7 billion. However, the project team and the state shall raise $2.35 billion. And through the public assistance program, the federal government shall raise an equivalent amount. Despite the enormous costs from the community risk reduction process, the outcome and preparedness level shall improve substantially. Therefore, with this comprehensive and evidential community risk reduction approach, we can mitigate the threat of hurricanes posed to our neighborhood. I appreciate the cooperation and inventions of hurricane-ready city and state. Stakeholders' responsibility and timely approach will ensure the success of this program. Thank you all. As you know, we recently got hit with Hurricane Ian. The visual videos and photos demonstrate the importance of a community risk reduction plan. You can see the destruction of the strong winds to the homes and communities. The destruction and the storm surges make it difficult for first responders to provide emergency assistance. The aftermath leaves many individuals without homes, food, water, power, or shelter. Like I said earlier, Florida is at an annual risk of hurricanes. With the implementation of a community risk reduction plan, we can be more prepared to handle such events.